caution, beware of snakes.
You don't actually see that very often, do you?
No.
That's quite concerning a little bit.
And then please close this gate behind you. Feral pigs inhabit this area and will cause damage. So we're at Adelaide River in the Northern Territory, and there is a very big war cemetery here.
You really want to go in there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Can't believe that.
This war cemetery is maintained on behalf of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission.
I'll just push it.
Wow, it's got a burial list here. Look at the size of it.
Wow.
Wow. Isn't this the most peaceful cemetery you've ever been into?
It does feel peaceful, actually, like different.
Yeah. 1939 to 1945, here are recorded the names of men and women who died in the Timor and Northern Australia regions on land, at sea, and in the air, but to whom the fortunes of war denied the known and honoured burial given their comrades in death. This is amazing.
Just horrible that war took all those people.
They're all so young, it's terrible. The Adelaide River War Cemetery was established in 1942 for the burial of servicemen and women who died in Northern Australia during the Second World War. In September 1947, administration of the cemetery was taken over by the Imperial War Graves Commission. Among the 436 burials, at least 408 Australian soldiers, 26 Britons who served with the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve and the Merchant Navy, and one serviceman from the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals. The war cemetery adjoins the Adelaide River Cemetery, where 63 civilians who died during the war were buried. These include 8 Postmaster General staff and one relative killed when a Japanese bomb struck an air raid shelter outside the Barwon Post Office. Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow, hey. There is a visitor centre next door, I've just realised, and they play The Last Post. I don't know, have you heard it going off?
I've only heard it once.
Yeah, so they play The Last Post. So we're going to go over to the visitor centre. But seriously, if you're en route to Darwin,
Stop in and just
yeah,
pay
I don't
respect.
know how far up north from Katherine we are, but stop in here and, I mean, I'd spend hours here just reading. There is so many. Do you know how many there are, John?
Too many.
Yeah, you're right.
Too many.
You're right there. went up my nose. Okay, we've stopped at Edith Falls for the night. We left Litchfield National Park and stopped here for the night. Oh my God. It's cooled all down. Oh, absolutely pouring. John's decided to fix the wheel nuts. Well, not fix them. He's just decided to
Just a quick one.
yeah.
Freeze them down.
Oh. Well, trout's broken. Hope we don't get bogged.
Hey, you wanted the rain? Hey, this is the same as when we were up in Darwin. Exactly the same.
Water running down his face, but
It's exactly the same.
yeah, it's not sweat this time. Oh my gosh. I hope we get out tomorrow.
The wets are here, the rain's here.
And we gotta get out in the morning.
That's what I said to you, we might get bogged. Look at you.
Look at the smile on John's face. We might get bogged. Oh my God, this rain, it's awesome. Oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. I've quickly shut the hatches.
And the temperature's just dropped.
Oh,
Be close.
I think I need to dry my glasses. Is it coming in, John? Or maybe do that side as well? Yeah.
Okay. We're done. They cooled it down.
Oh, it's so cool now. This is
Oh.
awesome.
But you know what, as I said, this just feels like we're in Darwin. This is pretty much how I was walking around anyway up there.
So when we got here, I can't remember what this is called. I'll have to pop it in here somewhere. Edith. It's not Edith Falls. It's on when you first turn off the highway into Edith Falls Road. It's a free campsite before you get into National Park. Yeah. But anyhow, when we first got here, there's a caravan park right at the front, and we parked kind of near it. And it just wasn't the right position. So John went for a walk, and he came back and he said, "Oh, there's a tree down the back. We can park near this tree." And I said to him,
It's a bit soft though, I didn't say that to you.
What if it rains? We might get bogged here. And he's like, "Yeah, nah, we're right."
Go to the Maxis!
See what it's like in the morning.
Trees.
Treats, we got treats. We haven't
We've got a
much
winch,
treats.
there's a tree up there.
We got no winch.
Oh.
We got no winch.
No winch. That's all right. All adds to the fun.
It's going to be fun tomorrow.
I love this.
Let's see what happens. Good morning. So last night we stayed at the Edith Rail Campground, which is just before the Edith Falls National Park, I suppose you call it. So I'll just take you for a little look. I didn't sleep a wink, it was so hot.
I slept all right.
You slept fine. I'm so exhausted, like I'm so
Miss
tired.
Precious here decided, okay, from now on we won't pay for powered site. So last caravan park we stayed at, we'll get a powered site. And then last night she whinged, Miss Princess, because she had no air conditioning.
I'm so tired. It was so hot. It was so hot. Anyhow, shut up. Alright, I can hardly keep my eyes open. I'm that tired. I'm asleep in the car. Alright, I'll just show you around here. We're down the back section. So, look at all the ants here, John. So there's the highway just there. It wasn't noisy at all. It's actually quite
The highway's actually over that, behind the railway line. That's a railway line there. It's actually behind it on the other side.
Oh, well there you go. That's a railway line and then the highway. Alright. So, we're down here, right down the back. There's one other caravan here, and John said a car had pulled in last night, but I didn't see it. So you can camp all down there. camp. You know what I found out? Fun fact. When you're crossing the Western Australian border, you can't even take your firewood with you. And we've been dragging around firewood for so long because, well, it's been too hot to have a fire. But we can't take it across the border. I knew we couldn't take our honey. I've got to throw that out. But yeah, that was disappointing. Anyhow. This would have been a perfect spot actually. But down here there's some sinkholes. Well, or cave-ins, whatever you want to call it. So I wouldn't go down there. There's the other van there, and there's the entry.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Let's go to the next free camp, which will be somewhere in the middle of Northern Territory. I don't even know what it's called, but it's about 3 hours from here. I'm going to try to put my, what do I call it? My video filming techniques to the test, and get film John going over this ditch. Wonder how it's going to turn out, because I'm not... Alright, I set up my phone and I filmed with the DJI. This will be interesting if it turns out alright. So we just did a playback on that. Yeah, that was pretty crap. Disappointing that you couldn't see how big the angle was. That turned out pretty crap, didn't it, John?
I know, right? So when you want to get something to flex.
I know, right? Oh well, can you hold that for me?
But you know what, it always looks different on video.
I think also, the bigger YouTube guys that do it, they do a freaking fantastic job.
But they've probably got like 20 cameras as well.
I was going to say, they've got probably more than just like a phone and that. And they've been doing it for so long, I'm sure...
They know the angles.
Yeah, they've practiced a lot.
Okay, there you go.
All right, on to our next place, so we'll see you when we get there.
Okay, quick stop at Katherine. We got some pies, we did some shopping. Tracy's just gone back to get some scripts. And it is currently, what is it? It is currently 34 degrees. Let me come back over here. Katherine. So let's see what these pies taste like. Okay, so verdict on the pies. Okay, not the greatest. If you're hungry, it's okay, but I've tasted heaps nicer. Right, guys, I'm just waiting for Tracy to get back with the scripts, and Yeah, and we'll get to our next destination.
So we're en route to Timber Creek, and we've had like these long, dry, dusty roads, no trees around, and we've come through. Did you just see where we are? Victoria River.
Yeah, it's like Arizona.
Have a look at the scenery.
How cool is that? Living out there, like, that's unbelievable.
And yet, like 50 k's previous,
There was nothing.
there was nothing. Nothing at all, flat. It's kind of exciting to see landscape like this, isn't
It is.
So
It's
cool.
actually a nice drive when you come through and you see
Yeah.
that. You just wonder, like years ago, if this was all full of water. It's pretty amazing. I think everyone should do a road trip around Australia.
Look at this boulder just sitting there.
Yeah. It was rolled down.
Is
from
it
the
a
top.
boulder?
Yeah. I reckon it's come down from the top up there. Look up there, there's a cliff.
Imagine that.
Isn't that any car?
Just sit in that. Wow.
I reckon it's coming from up there. It's a big rock to get so much momentum to actually go right across the road.
Imagine if you were driving there and you got that. That wouldn't be good.
No, that's not really good. All right. Good thing.
On to Timber Creek. Okay, so we're 26 kilometres east of Timber Creek, and we've come across another monument. This is to honour the Durack family. Let's see what the Durack family is all about. In memory of the pioneer families who worked with the Aboriginal people to establish a thriving cattle industry in the region. Prominent among them were the Durack family and their associates, who in the 1880s established land holdings from the Ord River Valley in Western Australia eastwards to this point and beyond. Reginald Wyndham Durack, grandson of Patsy and eldest son of MP Durack, began a lifetime devoted to Northern Australia in 1929 as a teenage manager of Bullita Station, now part of the Gregory National Park. A respected cattleman, Reg Durack, was responsible for the development of a number of properties, in particular the Kildare Station, which is now Ammonbidgee. His death in 1998 brought to a close the final chapter of a pioneer's saga stretching over more than a century. So I don't really know what that is supposed to be. Do you, John?
Fence, maybe? I don't know. Something that we used a long time ago.
Tribute to the past. Oh, okay. This replica of a Bronco panel is tribute to the skills of those men and women who worked in our pastoral industries in earlier times, and a reminder of the technology they developed for their work. It says the Duracks came out from Ireland in 1853 to avoid starving to death, and brought with them a strong pioneering spirit and instinct for survival. They settled where no white person had been before. First in 1867, Patsy Durack led his family to outback Queensland, where they prospered despite regular drought periods. They then speculated on land in the distant, remote Kimberley area. Oh God, I don't know why, hey? And in June 1883, set out to overland 7,520 cattle, 3,000 miles to the Ord River. You've got to be kidding.
It's been a long way back in those days.
They arrived. I know. They arrived in September 1885 with less than half the cattle they began with. So that's 2 years and 2 months.
So what happened to the rest of the cattle? They died.
Well, they died.
They lost them.
Patsy's son Michael, MP, was soon leading the family through tough challenges. Instead of the extended droughts punctuated by floods previously experienced, they battled with fever and a lack of markets for their stock. It was the struggle to find buyers for the cattle that eventually led to the end of the Durack pastoral empire in 1950. Well, that went for a long time, didn't it? But the pioneering spirit continued in the ventures of MP's children, as told by his daughter Mary Durack in her books Kings in Grass Castles and Sons in the Saddles. I'll have to find those books, John.
Interesting.
And we just got a little bit more. Patsy Durack started with 2,073 acres at Dixon's Creek near Goulburn, New South Wales between 1855 and 1857. Between them, members of the Durack family took up 2,432,000 acres in the Coopers Creek area in remote Western Queensland from 1867 to 1877.
That's a lot of land.
That is a lot of land. The Duracks befriended the Aboriginal countrymen, and some ended up as lifetime friends. The respect for the original inhabitants of the land was an important part of their survival. Okay, there's more places along the way. Apparently we can visit, John. We might find them, we might not. But as you can see, the flies are a bit of a pest. Yeah, go back in the air conditioning and a fly-free zone in the car. So we've just driven through Timber Creek. Filled up fuel. What was it? $2.45 a litre. I've been forgetting to tell you how much the fuel is along the way.
Yeah, Katherine, it was $2.13 or 19 or something.
Yeah,
it was pretty good actually.
Price. All right, so this is called Bradshaw Bridge, and the reason we've stopped here, you can't drive over the bridge, but the reason we've stopped here is because apparently you can see crocodiles. So I've got my fingers crossed that we can see some crocodiles.
Let's go.
And the reason you can't drive over the bridge is because the Defence Force has got a live training ground on the other side. So, yeah. I could not imagine training out here in this heat. I just want to be able to see a crocodile in the wild, not with a tour or anything like that. I just want to be walking along and then, look over there, but way over there. And just see a crocodile and go to John, oh my God, there's a crocodile. That's all I want to do. But apparently it gets too hot for the crocs too, so. This is the Victoria River.
It's huge, but yes, the crocodiles aren't that dumb to come out in the heat.
Yeah, it's too hot for them.
It's all fresh water, yeah?
Well, it's a river, so I think rivers are fresh water.
Okay.
No crocs on the banks there, John.
No, I can't see anything. Nothing. Nada.
Hey, John.
Hey, what?
Could you imagine being the army guys over there training? It'd be bloody hot, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 42 here?
It's 42 degrees.
Well, I think it's cooler than Darwin was, even though it was at 38 with humidity. I think it's...
There's a bit of a breeze at the moment.
But yeah.
Righto, we're about 140 odd k's west of Katherine, and we've stopped at the Noel Buntine Memorial. It's stinking hot, so I'm going to tell you what it's all about here, and then we'll go and have a look. Noel Buntine was a pioneer and legend in the Northern Australian pastoral and transport industries. He established one of the nation's largest transport operations, the Katherine-based Buntine Roadways, which was a precursor of Road Trains of Australia. Noel died at age 66 in his home on the Gold Coast. So we'll go and have a look at the memorial. So there's two plaques on this mighty big slab of stone. The top plaque has got a big semi-trailer on it. I don't know how well you can see. Let's have a look. And the bottom plaque's just the official opening of the Buntine Highway, which is just that way. We are going on the Victoria Highway towards Kununurra, which is that way. The Buntine Highway, where does that take you? Actually don't even know where it takes you because I haven't looked. But anyhow, that's all it is a big rock on the side of the road with a big plaque that's got a big truck honouring the life of Noel Buntine. That's it, John.
Let me add one thing. Everyone stops and has a piss behind that statue.
Everyone has stopped and peed behind the statue. See the truck?
Yeah, a bit disrespectful, but anyway, they should have toilets here, I suppose. It's a rest stop, but they don't, so what do you do?
Yeah. All right, onwards, John.
Onwards. And it's hit 41.
41 degrees.
And
it's different.
It's different. It's not sweating. It's not that bad.
It's 41.
I like it.
The breeze is hot.
I like it.
But neither of us are sweating.
No sweat. Look.
No sweat. It's amazing.
Love it.
All right, let's keep going. How's this for a perfect free camp? What scenery have I got? Anyhow, so we went through Katherine, we went through Delamere, we went through, we went through Katherine, we went through Delamere, we went through Timber Creek, I think it was Gregory. We had a few camp spots chosen along the way. So 2 of them were right next to Indigenous communities, and going by the reviews on Wikicamps, they weren't really the safest place to be. And we figured this time of year, like we are travelling, and a lot of camp spots we go to, there's no one here. Well, no one at the campsites. So we thought, look, usually it's safety in numbers, and maybe we should steer clear of those campsites that are near the communities. So we've come down a bit further to the border to Saddle Creek Rest Area. Free camp, has some toilets. I'm not going to go in there because, again, Wikicamp reviews, they're not very pleasant inside, so I've read. So little picnic tables and little awnings over the top. Perfect. And a big area for you to drive in and turn around on. I'll just give you another whip through. So Saddle Creek Rest Area, check it out on Wikicamps. We're the only ones here, and we do feel quite safe. We are not near any communities. We do feel very, very safe. 5:30 and it was still 41 degrees, so yes, we have got the generator on. A few people have come in and used the facilities here but it was stinking hot. It's about 6:45 in the evening now, and I think it's about 37 degrees. Anyhow, it's a great camp for the night, so we're happy. And after 7 hours on the road, we've stopped in on and off. We're glad for the rest. So this is where we stay. Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We had the worst night in history.
The worst night.
Oh my God. It was 36 degrees outside, even at 2 o'clock this morning. And the way John kept us cool was a squirty bottle of water with the fans on. Because we turned the generator off at like 9 o'clock because there was other people
other
here.
people turned up, so we turned it off.
Yeah, we turned it off.
Well, they've had their car running for a long time.
Yeah.
It was,
But holy crap, guys.
I think that's the hottest night I've ever had in my whole life.
Oh.
Anyway.
It was the worst. It was.
Aircon next caravan park.
Caravan park, so let's go.
All right, let's go.